On the 31st August last year, a deadly inferno engulfed a building in the inner city of Johannesburg. It emerged that the 5-story building was one of the many hijacked buildings in the inner city, home to many internal and external migrants seeking new opportunities in the economic hub. In the aftermath of the fire, which claimed the lives of 76 people, Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi appointed a commission of inquiry led by retired Justice Sisi Kampepe. After 7 months of hearings, phase 1 of the report was released, putting the blame at the door of the City of Johannesburg.
The City of Johannesburg and JPC never attended to repairs and maintenance of the building. The Usindiso Building showed signs of disrepair and danger to life and property. It became liable to be demolished within the meaning of Section 12 of the Building Regulations and Building Standards Act of 1977. The report also finds that there was evidence of contraventions of the city bylaws by the city.
3 months later, and a change of administration, and still no response.
We're in a meeting with the officials. They had a responsibility to take me through the report by Usindiso and what is our response. So we are now working on developing a proper response which they are presenting to the mayoral committee on Friday, and then we'll know what type of actions we must take. But it is also important, Alpha, to note that the challenges of the inner city are much bigger than we thought. And in fact, we require as much partnerships as possible.
The Premier had promised to establish a joint committee to ensure the implementation of the Commission's recommendations. This week, Lesufi reiterated this commitment, but there's been no action as yet.
Province address, we made a commitment that we are convening a summit that would include the owners of these illegal buildings, formal owners, developers, law enforcement agencies, so that we formulate a charter and a way forward on how we are going to reclaim Johannesburg. And to do that, we need everyone.
Phase of the Kampepe inquiry was aimed at looking into the prevalence of hijacked buildings. This was stalled due to logistical issues. Civic organizations have lambasted the slow pace.
It's crazy that the city doesn't act until there's some disaster. The second part of the commission, which has commenced now, is the commission inquiry is actually going around to certain buildings that have been identified by organizations like SIRI, who work very closely on the ground with these individuals in buildings to inspect these buildings. They will then produce a report. I know that report is due at the end of August sometime, and that report will also go to the city. In the meantime, can the city be proactive? I don't think they can, because just like with the report, they're waiting for somebody else to tell them what's wrong.
Earlier this year, Stembiso Lawrence Mdlalosi confessed to starting the fire while trying to dispose of a body. He abandoned bail, and the matter has been cold for the last 7 months. Hasina Gori, SABC News, Johannesburg.